Hello, hello, Jamar Rashad, Frederick's best interviewer. Today I'm with Luxse. He is the phone doctor, and he has been doing this for 23 years. So, ValorLives interview series episode number 98. Why do I do what I do? Number one, because there's successful people who deserve to have their stories told. Number two, because there's successful people who need to hear stories so they could be inspired. And number three, to let you know you could go out there without a bunch of fancy equipment and impact your community. So, subscribe to both of our social medias. Raw, uncut, 10 minutes long. Let's do it. So, Mr. Luxse.
Yes.
Why do you do what you do? And where are we right now?
Hey, how's it going? I'm Luxse from Phone Dr. Frederick here inside of Frederick, Maryland. Located about 5 minutes from Costco. Why I do what I do? Well, I do what I do because I enjoy what I do. Usually when people break their phones or electronics, it's similar to hurting and injuring a part of their body. That's the best way to describe it. So when your phone is broken, it's almost like your hand or your pinky is like injured. So when you come in and see me, it's such a great relief to have your phone fixed. And I also find pleasure and joy in being able to help people solve their solve their problems and concerns with their phones and electronics.
There we go.
There you go.
Have you always known that you wanted to be a phone doctor?
Well, quite honestly, no. So
Right.
I've always loved dealing with electronics and playing with things, taking things apart ever since I was a kid. But as far as in the field of cell phones, this is something that is new to me and landed in my lap about 20 years ago.
Okay. So since we are still in January, what was the proudest moment for you of 2023?
I'd say a big change that happened to my business and to me personally was to say that I've relocated from downsizing. Interestingly, a lot of people are like, well, when they're downsizing, it's not a proud thing. But for me, I think that was a good move. I like the idea. Instead of having multiple locations, now I am focused at one single location. So I'm happy about that.
Okay. Keep it simple,
Yes.
right? And then what was your lowest moment of 2023 and how did you overcome it?
I'd say the lowest moment of 2023 was finalizing. It's on a personal side, but finalizing a divorce case between me and my ex-wife. And what was it?
How did you overcome it?
Oh, how did I overcome it? It's all a matter of it's what's inside of your mind. If you can stay focused and say, hey, the most important thing the most important thing is our children, and what am I doing it for? So when I made that decision, I said, okay, whatever I'm doing and whatever I've given up financially for the ex-wife is not really giving up. It's actually providing for the children. So that made the decisions, every single decision I made, a lot easier.
Okay. All about them kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself in your business 1 year from today?
To be honest, I'd like to keep it stable, maybe about 30 to 50% growth. I want to do a balance of being able to be successful financially, but also be able to spend the time with the children and family as well.
Okay. And then do you have a morning routine, something you do every morning to get your day started successfully?
I would say the best recommendation for myself and others is to start off with like a fruits and veggie breakfast. Something basic, about 1,000 calories. Do a little bit of morning stretch and apply metrics like push-ups and tricep extensions will help.
Do you do yoga?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. What book are you currently reading or audio are you currently listening to?
The most recent one was, interestingly, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
There you go, Dale Carnegie. That is one of my favorite books.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give to your 25-year-old self? I know that was only 10 years ago. But...
Yeah, it's probably closer to 25 years ago. But I would recommend at 25 years of age, perhaps start earlier if you want to be more successful financially. You just have to plan a little bit earlier, and the sooner you start, the better it is if you are on the mindset of accumulating wealth.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then what are you most thankful for other than your family?
Oh gosh, every day I'm thankful for the opportunities that is presented to me. Thankful for life in general,
Mm-hmm.
the roof above us, and the things that we have day to day. I know a lot of people say materialistic things isn't the most important thing, but just having basic needs met, I'm definitely appreciative of that, because all too often, you just turn your head one way or the other, and you see, wow, there's a lot of people that's not in as fortunate of a state and position.
Amen. And then do you have any life goals like scuba diving or Mount Everest or see the Sahara Desert, anything crazy like that?
If it ever happens, it'd be nice to be able to do like some lower orbit travels or something like that, just to feel zero gravity. Probably going to the moon is a little bit too far, but just to experience a little bit of a low gravity orbit, just to see what the world looks like from up there.
That sounds terrifying, but okay, cool. What are your keys to staying humble?
Oh gosh, this key to staying humble.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I guess that makes me kind of think like, am I actually a humble person or not?
All right, so we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Do you collect anything for fun?
Gosh, yes, just like a typical guy would. I like to collect like
Cars.
watches, cars.
Yeah.
Not fancy cars like Ferraris, but like nicely built older cars that has a piece of history tied to it.
All right, and then any dream place to visit? Australia, Ireland.
Yeah, European countries, just to see. You always see like they're so beautiful in the movies and in the shows. So I wonder what it's like to actually see them in person.
Okay. Any one in particular?
The UK, maybe London.
London. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then who have some of your mentors been to help you get where you're at today?
Okay. Some of the mentors, I would say, like a lot of people would answer. My own dad, he's always spoken to me, and like we're separated by about 30 years difference. So a lot of the things that he said is already hard enough to understand because of the generational gap. But
sure,
it seems like he always spoke to me in cryptic and coded ways in which I would only understand it 20 or 30 years later. So.
All right, fair enough.
Yep.
And then last question is, do you have any exciting projects coming up for your business?
Gosh, I have a handful that always seems exciting yesterday, but then today, as I'm talking about it, I'm like, maybe I should rethink it.
All right, what is it? Can you tell us or no?
Let's see here. One time I had this idea of a crystal clear cup concept. It's very basic in concept, but it's made to be time efficient because it's a clear cup in which you can put your tools in it, and the benefit of it. Gosh, I wonder if I have it.
No,
I should have brought it. But one of the benefits is that it has like a rubberized cushion on the bottom, where if you put sharp tools like knives or tweezers that have really fine pointed ends, you don't want to damage those tools. So it has a rubberized cushion at the bottom of it, and because it's clear, you can actually see what's inside of it. So you can pick out whichever tools you want without having to pull it out to see it. So very basic in concept, but I believe it's going to be practical.
Okay. So that is all we have for today. Go out there, show some valor. All of our information will be in the comments section. See you next week. Bye.
All right.